Porsche logo today. Turn it without the drill. Okay, this is the tricky bit. Alright. Do the E now, it's nice and easy. Well, he opened the door and let himself out, so I guess we'll play. Yep. More room. Oof. Good boy. Sad. Yep. Cut all the letterings out already, so we're gonna try to do this horse. I think it's a horse anyways, so let's do that. Today is an exciting day. It's been a little while, but since the last time I cut this out, I finished cutting all the interior elements, and then I didn't have my camera with me, but I couldn't wait, and I was wanting to do something. I traced the back side, cut it all out. That was pretty easy. And then here, I don't know if the camera will even pick it up, but everything is dremeled out or rotary tooled out. And all it is you turn it on and you just like tracing a pan. You just follow the contour or whatever was traced out, so it looked kind of like that. Except sometimes it wants to dig in a little too deep and it's a pain in the butt, but I'm not sure if it's really worth it. But every single one of these lines I skipped the one around the shield, and I think that's about that. So now I'll pretty much go ahead and start sanding this whole thing. I sanded the outside already again due to my impatience, And then the exciting time of starting to spray paint it, which is the part that I really want to get to. We have to touch up some of this stuff because a lot of it got almost lost during the, what do you call that thing? Sanding process, there we go. And this one I actually just straight up forgot. So we'll start there. All done and sanded. Check that out. Look at that shadow. Alright, so I positioned this whole thing over the underlaying piece so that now it can be all screwed together. I'm only going to screw it in a couple of spots and then it's all ready to be painted. So we feel out here, make sure it's all good, but right there it's a little not smooth, so I'm gonna get my orbital sander and just go harsh on the back here a little bit so that this one is completely flush. And then I'm gonna spray this whole thing and we'll see what happens. So before I sprayed this whole thing gold, I'm gonna take a little yellow, and these two are gonna be red. And these two are going to be red, so I'm going to mark them with yellow so I don't have to do any pencil lines, just so it's not going to be visible. And then I'll paint the whole backside black separately. And the reason I'm doing yellow, if I use metallic paint, then a lot of times it's very hard to cover the metallic paint, and for some reason spray paints just don't stick to it very well. So that this will work, or should work a little bit better in theory, so we'll see how that goes. Best part. I really like this part, when you have the stencil come through. Let's finish it up. It's all almost done. I'm just making sure that it's nice and even coat. This will be quick and easy. Just spray the red. So the red's done. The yellow doesn't show through on second coat, so we're safe there. And then I'm gonna add a little gold paint to this by hand, because I don't know if the camera picks up, but it's not bad gold color, but it's not super shiny and it's not quite as nice, so I'm gonna make it by hand. So let's see. This thing's on its last leg and it's all drying out. So I taped off the red and sprayed this one coat. I wanted to not paint it by hand because it shows a little bit of wood texture, and I think I kind of liked it better than not, so I'll do a quick second coat. Take this off. And hopefully I didn't mess up any lines. Anyways, well, so far it's been a pain in the ass. Painting all this gold over and over by hand was kind of not difficult in as much as just time consuming. And then this dremeled out part on the Stuttgart just didn't look quite right. And I was debating whether I wanted to paint it black or not, which it's quite a bit more work, but what you're gonna do, you gotta do it right. So I already kind of first layered the first one, so we're gonna do this thing live right here. It's not so bad towards the end, but the beginning was difficult trying to figure out the line thickness. It's still not quite perfect, but it's all right. Not perfect and so thicker towards the end, but when I'll go through the second time, I'll make the front a little thicker, so it should be relatively even, but that's about as good as it's gonna get. And the rest of this thing right here. And then the back shield is already painted, so we just need to put it all together now. Sock! What's up, buddy? What's up? So that's drying, so I don't want to touch that by mistake. Hopefully I don't forget. But I'm going to dry brush this whole thing, make it a little dated, a little aged. How about that? Not bad, not bad at all. Well, that gold was a pain in the ass, but if you spray paint the gold paint, then it's not quite as shiny, but the ones you do by hand, I don't know if the consistency is different or whatever, but it just comes out so much better, and it just plays in the sun way, way nicer. So, real pain in the butt to make, but came out pretty damn cool. And let's see if we can put it up without falling it over.